guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are hitting the 1 year mark. And no, not the 1 year mark as to when I became emotionally unavailable. That was a long time ago, let's be real. Enough with the jokes. As you see, I'm somewhere else. The background is no longer grey, it's white. And yeah, that's the biggest difference in my life right now. Anyways, today we are hitting the 1 year mark of something quite important in my life. Because on this day, May 25th, 2021 or 2021 or whatever you want to call it, the year after the worst year in anyone's life, it is 1 year ago since I got diagnosed with cinevial sarcoma. And I'm gonna talk about that day because it changed my life, and I was first thinking about making like a really emotional video where I was gonna say some really emotional shit and that I've actually written down several pages, and then I realized that I'm not ready to do that because I'm not in a good place mentally. I'm just gonna let my coping mechanisms take over here and we're just gonna laugh. So 1 year ago, I was going down to the hospital in Gothenburg, which is a city close to mine, where I was gonna meet a doctor. I had already taken some tests of what was going on inside my body. So I was gonna get the test results from that. And that's why I was going down there. And I was going down there myself. I had quite a long day planned out for myself where I was thinking I was gonna do a lot of shit. Needless to say, that changed. I went down to the doctors, I was there, I was getting ready to meet him. I had no expectations whatsoever that it was going to be something bad because I was like, you know, stupid and ignorant as most people. And the first thing that happened is that, you know, basically they tell me this is a bad tumor, and I did not really understand what they were saying because they just told me you have cinevial sarcoma, and I was like, okay, whatever that is, because I had no idea. And maybe now and afterwards I sound naive or stupid, but at the moment I didn't realize that it was cancer, you know, because they didn't say cancer, they said you have cinevial sarcoma. It's a bad tumor, we're gonna remove it, you're probably going to be fine, but it's gonna be a long process and it's gonna be very tough for you. And I didn't quite understand it still at that point. Literally I had nothing else to say than just like, ah. And then after like 5-10 minutes later, after they like discussed the things that I was gonna do, they told me, so this means that you have cancer. And that's when it hit me for the first time, and I was like, bitch, you stupid. Because literally, they had been talking about it for like 10 minutes, even mentioning chemo, and I was like, that's not cancer though. And then they told me it was, and I was like... Anyways, after that, you know, you step out of the doctor's office, and I straight away got an appointment to meet my other doctor, who was going to plan my chemo, who was going to do all that shit. And they were like, yeah, we're just gonna send you there right away, you're not gonna go home yet, you will go home tonight though, but you're gonna go there first and you're gonna plan everything, because the chemo should start in a couple of weeks. Because bitch, we ain't got time to wait. That's when I realized there was actually something very dangerous going on in my life, and I was like, oh shit. So everything just came like boom, landing on top of me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna call my family. I should inform them because this seems like something they should know. So the first person I called was of course my mom. Of course she didn't pick up the phone. And before you judge my mom, she's a doctor. She's doing important shit when she's not answering your phone, okay? Usually. Except for the time when she just forgets it or just leave it somewhere and never picks it up. And then I was like, okay, so my mom didn't answer, and I was like, okay, she's working, she'll call me back. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna call my dad, because I know on this day that he is free. My dad is free, he doesn't work today. So I call my dad, and my dad is quite the adventurous type, and he likes to be outside and do a lot of things. He was out in the forest somewhere, of course, as my dad is, and he didn't answer the phone either, because he didn't even get a signal on his phone, so it just went straight to voicemail, pretty much. And I was like, well, that was mom, that was dad, so who's next? Yes, my sister. I should call my sister. I call my sister, she doesn't pick up her phone either. And this makes my family sound very bad, like they are not that bad, like we are just, you know, I don't know why we're like this, to be honest. Whenever you actually need to speak to someone in my family, they are never gonna pick up the phone. Never ever. But if you want to tell them how your poop was, or if you want to just disturb them or procrastinate, all you can do is call them up and they will be there for you. But once you actually need to speak about something important, the chances are you're not gonna reach them. This is a joke. Don't get me wrong, my family is amazing. Eventually, I call my boyfriend, who lives in Italy, and I feel like real shit, like worse than, you know, when I can't find anything that I want to eat in my freezer, like worse than that. So I called my boyfriend and I was like, I have cancer. And as I called him, I was expecting an answer like, oh my god, are you okay? Stuff like this. My boyfriend literally answered with the words, yeah, and? I was not expecting that. Now I understand why he did it, but at the time I got really upset. I was like, did you not hear what I just said? Before you judge him as well, the reason he says those things is because, you know, as you panic, it's good to have someone by your side who's like, okay, you know what, let's calm the down, bitch. And I remember he was asking me like, what did the doctor say, basically? And I was like, oh, this and this and this, and they have a 5-year plan. I remember him saying, yeah, they have a 5-year plan, that means you will live for 5 more years. Thanks, babe! I guess that point of view is actually a good one to have at that point. And I mean, what he said was actually true. Actually, when he said that, it kind of helped me because I was like, well, you know what? Yeah, I may be around for 5 more years and that's good. And now, like, since my cancer journey has gone very well for me, I will most definitely be around for more than 5 years. So don't worry about it yet. Not just don't jinx it or whatever. Like, am I... I'm really scared to say that I am feeling good because I feel like it's just gonna backfire on me and I will die. That's where I'm at mentally, but otherwise I'm good. It's been 1 year since I got my diagnosis and I'm right now, currently, in this moment, I am cancer-free. Although it's gonna take a few years before they actually say like, now you are cancer-free, but basically I am cancer-free and I am done with my treatments and everything is, at the moment, looking good, alright? Anyway, so that was what happened 1 year ago when I decided to tell people that I had cancer. And it was quite funny. The first 3 people I called who I really wanted to speak to didn't answer their phones. Shout out to my loving and amazing supportive family. Thank you for being there when I need you the least. I think that is something I want to end this video on, is the fact that, okay, maybe my family didn't pick up the phone when I called them and I was gonna tell them I had cancer, but you know what my family did? They were there for me through it all. As were my friends, my boyfriend, and other people in my life. They were there for me during the important time. The most important time is not when you're gonna tell them you have cancer. The most important time, it was the moment when I went through all that shit. Who was by my side? My family, and my boyfriend, and my friends. And I am forever grateful for that. To put it in a few words, a lot of things happened to me last year. And you change your view on life in ways you never expected yourself to do at the age of 20. But I'm somewhat grateful for all the experiences I've been through. Of course, I hope that no one will ever go through the same thing because it is terrible. And maybe one day I will sit down and explain more about certain things that I haven't yet spoken to anyone about. But I decided that I was not yet ready to do that because I am currently still dealing with a lot of shit myself. And that's why I decided to not make like a deep and sad video and talk about deep shit. Instead, I just made this video and just decided to say thank you to everyone who's been by my side throughout this journey. I really appreciate all of it. Every single comment, every single phone call, every single card or flower or whatever. Thank you so much for being by my side through it all. Now, after 1 year, I am here, I am queer, and I'm still feeling existential fear, just in a different way than before. And I want to say to you as well, never take life for granted. You're alive now in this moment right here. You're breathing, you can do things, and you're amazing, and you're beautiful, and everything. This sounds very cliche, but it's true. And please, don't waste your life, because it is so incredibly beautiful and it's so incredibly fragile, and you never know when your journey is gonna come to an end. So embrace it while you still can. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Bye!